I just spent like 16 hours traveling home from my first hybrid level 2. That was not by design, it was just a missed flight sort of thing. And I had a lot of time to think about who this seminar is for, who this seminar is not for, and what are its benefits, as well as what are some of its pitfalls. So as a refresher, the hybrid level 2 is essentially a one-day level 2 course for CrossFit coaches. The level 2 is the continuing education course of the level 1. Level 1 is about understanding the methodology, understanding the principles, basically a song and dance from the people who show up and present, and they give you the kernel that is CrossFit. It's an amazing seminar. The level 2 is an unpacking of where coaches are currently at. Across 2 days, you get a series of lectures and you have a series of breakout groups. The more impactful part of that is those breakout groups, because in those breakout groups, you're basically getting opportunities to coach or run drills on coaching and then get evaluated by the people who are there. Now, when the level 2 first came out, there were a number of trainers who were on staff who treated it like a level 1. And what I mean by that is it was like a stake in the ground sort of deal. Like at the level 1, it's like, this is what we do, this is why we do it, this is how we do it. And that's an important part of the level 1. Now, it doesn't mean that we say this is everything else is wrong, but we do say what we do is the best for making people more fit, which if you do CrossFit, you should believe in. But at the level 2, if you go in with that mentality, what it does is it really turns people off, because that's not the point of the level 2. The point of the level 2 is to evaluate where someone's currently at, tell them where they're doing great, and then offer them feedback on what they can do to maximize their ability as a coach when they go back to their home gym. So when you go back to that home gym, you should be inspired and reinvigorated to get after continued development and help more people, rather than beaten down. So I know a number of people who have attended level 2s previously had not the greatest experience, but then re-attended a level 2 and had a wonderful experience because that different lens. So that's the level 2 experience, is this evaluation of coaching. The hybrid level 2 is a one-day version of that. And I would say that the hybrid level 2 is a really valuable offering for a few specific kind of people and a less valuable offering for others. The people that I think it's a really valuable offering for are people who have either already attended a level 2 and are not looking to get their level 3 right now, or people who are very limited on time. So a full 2 days is just not something that they can justify doing in their current lives, but they want to stay relevant with what they're doing within the community. Or people who feel a little jaded and don't want to contribute the same way to this kind of greater CrossFit thing that we have going on. I think you can feel validated in the sense that you're a good person who's paying your dues and doing your thing, but not at the same level. So I'd say those 3 types of people will benefit greatly from the hybrid level 2. The type of people I don't think it's for are people who are looking for more time to flush out their understanding of coaching, their relationship to their own presentation of the material, because that happens just a lot more effectively across 2 days, where you can really kind of set into ease a little bit more. You can coach a little bit more naturally. You can sit and listen to lectures that you can ask questions in, and you have a banter back and forth where you build trust, and you can really unpack all of the nuance that is in coaching and part of coaching. So I think if you're that type of a person, you'd be better suited doing the 2-day level 2. The other type of person is a person who's really nervous about taking the level 2. When you show up to the level 2, there is an intensity to the presenting in front of other people. The first couple groups, whether it's a 2-day or a 1-day, are always a little, I don't know, they're not contentious, but they feel hard. It's like if you've ever set up a camera and tried to talk into it, all of a sudden the words that you wanted to say are not there. And that's what happens at the level 2, just for the very beginning of the day. In a 2-day, that's okay, because what happens is, you start to ease into it. You realize that everyone's there to support you. You build rapport with the coaches and your fellow participants, and it becomes an easy thing to do. But at the 1-day, that anxiety can just kind of build and build and build, and it doesn't get quite the same release. Because you haven't built the rapport, you haven't spent the whole day doing it, you haven't had a night to sleep and realize that you're okay and come back and really deliver the next day. So if you're particularly nervous and you find it very hard to think about presenting in this kind of a scenario, I think you'll get a lot more from taking the 2-day level 2 versus the 1-day level 2. All in all, I think it's a good offering. I think it suits a certain demographic, and the people who do coach it are gonna have to be the ones that are really, really there to very quickly connect and engage and uplift the coaches who do show up. And we've got plenty of those on staff. So I could see people having some amazing time at this. Anyway, that's all my thoughts on the hybrid level 2 for now. And go out there and stay virtuous, y'all.